Hey everybody and welcome. Got a real treat for you today. It is Insania, also known as Aiden, captain of Team Liquid, here for a quick chat as we get ready to go into the Omega League coming up later this month. How you doing, sir?
I'm feeling good. How are you? How about you?
Pretty good. I had a couple big wins the other day. I think you know what I'm talking about. One of those fun games that we like to play as a group in Discord. Um, Aiden was the town, I was the mafia, and Aiden was thoroughly conned. And that was a lot of fun. But enough of me. What you wearing there, Aiden? You
Oh,
want a chance to strut your stuff?
of course, it's the new LQD series from Team Liquid. You guys should totally go check it out over at tl.gg/LQD. And if you decide to buy something, please use my discount code. It's just Insania in all caps, and you'll get a 5% discount, and I'll make some money too. So, wins all around.
5%.
Come on, man.
What about? Is there a friends and family? Can I get at least 10?
I'll give you the 5% discount that everybody else receives.
Good to know you value our relationship so highly.
Maybe if you don't lie to me in Mafia, I would value it higher.
We'll make a bet next time, but I think you're just gonna end up killing me off every time now because of this last occurrence. I don't think I'm ever gonna make it through first day. But I wanted to chat. So you guys have been on a bit of a break, I've been told. I know personally, again, inside information. You're out in the countryside in Sfadia, somewhere near a barn, I believe. Have you been raising chickens yourself as well?
No, not so much chicken raising, but yeah, I was out on the countryside for about 3 weeks, just like stay away from, the normal environment where you're used to playing and stuff, like get into some stress-free, relaxing, just like zone out. It was really, really nice. I feel really refreshed now going into the season. Feels good.
Do you think, how important do you think that keeping a balanced mental state is nowadays? Because it's weird saying this to you, because like I don't know how to explain it. I feel like we're still both, like 18, like we were when we first started
Yeah.
off. But now you're a savvy vet, right? And I'm washed up and retired. It's like, what the hell happened to our
What
lives?
happened, dude?
But how has that changed for you during your career? The importance of just mental stability, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of pressure to not ever take breaks when you're trying to grind up, and obviously that's important.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we were 18, like you had so much energy and you had so much motivation that it just came like from some unknown place in the universe that like I didn't really ever feel like I needed breaks. I could just keep going. I could play like 25 games in a row, no problem. Like the only restriction was literally that like you started thinking about like society's rules, and maybe after like having played for like 48 hours, probably should go to sleep. But like internally, I felt like I can keep going. I can do this all day. But I feel like as I've gotten a little bit older, it definitely wears you down, and you notice it more and more. And especially the way I notice it is that like I get a bit more aggressive towards my pub players or like the people I'm in the game with, or I tend to be like a little bit more easily frustrated. And that's usually a pretty good sign of like, hey, probably time to take a break right now and not queue for another pub. So no, it's extremely important, and I think like especially with aging, it's something that I realized is even more important for me.
Gotcha. And what's it feel like? Obviously you and the guys had a little stint on Alliance, but now you're part of Liquid, arguably the biggest and best brand in esports. And it's not just the clothing that you're comfortable in. I gotta imagine it's a bit different for you now to have this organizational stability when you made your bones in a game and at a time when it was pretty much just like, you and the lads,
Yeah.
like a bunch of teenagers going to camp.
Yeah.
How's that been to adjust?
I mean, I've said this in so many interviews. I'll keep it short, but Team Liquid is the best, just the best org in every single way.
Hmm.
I just it's an amazing feeling. It's hard to like describe, but you feel like you're guaranteed safe. Like when the Corona situation happened, I think a lot of players are probably worried about their like jobs and if they're gonna keep their sponsors and stuff like that. But Liquid immediately told us like it's all good, don't worry about it. We got you guys. And just knowing that you have like that kind of thing behind you it's really, really reassuring, and it feels really good to know that they'll stand behind us no matter what happens, even if it's something unexpected that nobody could have predicted.
Yeah, nobody could have predicted, indeed. What would you say your goals are moving forward for the season? I mean, obviously you've got to win a TI. That's the goal of every Dota player.
Right.
But if you look forward to like the next 2 to 3 years, what would you say is most important to you? Is it winning TI? Is there some other personal goal that motivates you? Is your success as a person not tied to your success in Dota? How do you judge yourself?
Oh wow, that's a difficult question. But I'll start at the beginning. I think like our goals previously we've always like divided up into steps for our team, so that you like we obviously winning TI is like the end goal, and then there's been like steps on the way to get there. I think right now we're at the point where we really want to win a tournament. I think in the last like run of online tournaments we got like second and third in almost every single one. I think we got like last in one tournament, but everything else we pretty much got second and third in. So the goal is now to like get over that hump and make sure that we bring home a win for Liquid. We haven't done that yet, so that's the current goal we're working towards right now.
Gotcha. And curious in the way you approach drafts. As you said, you guys are perennially, you're at the ball, you're not the bride. You're not quite Cinderella. I don't think that worked, but whatever, we'll fix it in post. What is it you guys need to actually take down a squad like Secret in a BO5 Grand Final? Do you feel like your drafting is a little too formulaic, and by the time you get to the finals, Secret still got some special spices, and you're kind of just still going over the same?
I think specifically with Secret, our biggest struggle has been that it feels like if both teams play default, they always end up winning. So we're like put in the position where we have to like come up with something or like have an idea going into it, or a lot of things need to check out for us to win. So I think there definitely are, like you said, it does feel like they know how to beat us, and they just do it pretty easily when they got us figured out. So I do think drafting is a big part of what we're gonna have to look at upgrading, or like figuring some stuff out, or having like a different approach to it, or something different. And with a new draft system entirely, who knows? Maybe it'll happen naturally. So I'm excited.
So you'd say that there's still like a skill gap of sorts between Secret and Liquid, primarily at the 5 position?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, undoubtedly at the 5 position, there's a massive skill gap. But even more than that, I'd say they're probably very good at doing a lot of different things, whereas we're pretty good at doing the one thing we're good at doing. And that's probably, in my opinion, like the biggest separator. Like I think like if we both played, our best drafts or our best strategies, and we got to play both teams in comfort, who knows who's better? But obviously they won't let us do that because they have more depth and more variety. So I think that's where the biggest struggle comes in for us against them.
So looking forward to the Omega League, right? This is by far the longest online tournament I think we're going to have to date, really, since this pandemic all started. Are there any dark horses you're taking a special look at? Obviously, Secret, Enigma, OG are going to be the squads that all the eyes are on, but the new NIP, maybe Navi. Anybody you think is underrated?
So we haven't actually had the time to scrim too much, so I can't really give you like any like inside information. I'm not really sure. I'm really curious how NIP is gonna be. I think Soneko I've mentioned in the interviews before, but I think he's an amazing player. So just seeing how NIP plays, it's gonna be really curious to me. And they're playing with a stand-in. I think Kurt's an amazing player too, but I don't really know how comfortable he is like captaining a team that's like not his own when he's been playing with EG for so long.
Are they playing with Crit? Because EG is in this tournament. I'm fairly certain they're going to be playing with Crit. Nip was just using Crit as a stand-in for Dota Pit.
Oh, I see. I mean, then I have no idea.
Well,
it's going to be interesting to see how they play.
I want to ask your opinion on this, because you told me in multiple interviews in the past that Soneko to you was like one of the best 5s in the world. You were a huge fan of his plays, you respected his strategy, and it turns out it wasn't the team's decision to kick Soneko. It was actually the NIP organization. So I got 2 questions. One, do you think that that's ever something that an organization should take into their own hands? And 2, is it as bad of an idea to remove Soneko as I think it is?
I mean, I have no idea. Like, I don't really get involved in that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's between the team and the org. I mean, they signed some contracts, they have some agreements, I guess. So I don't really know. That's between them. But yeah, I mean, I think losing Soneko is a huge like loss for any team, and especially if your players don't want to kick him, it must feel even worse. So yeah, I'm not sure. Like removing a captain from a team is always scary, Kyle. I think that's something that
Especially
history
if you have a replacement in mind.
That's history has proven, I think.
Yeah, I can see that. I think we're close to wrapping up. So final question: if you could ask any question to yourself, what would it be?
Why did you pick Gyrocopter at TI 9?
God, as someone else who's made a slight error and miscalculation at a TI, it's never going to get any better. You're going to ask yourself that for the rest of your life, eh?
I've been working on my gyrocopter though. You don't know this, but I have a Smurf account. I'm just practicing gyro like all day, every day. So in case that happens again, I'm gonna be ready.
Oh, well,
See you at TI,
that's good to
guys.
know.
All of you hoping that I missed the gyro again. I'm ready.
Посмотрел? Тогда с тебя лайк, подписка, колокольчик и смотри наши видео снова. Я проверю.